Hi, my name is Max, and today I'll be presenting on how integrating ESG principles can support sustainable growth using Xero as a case study. As a global software company, Xero provides an excellent example of how sustainable practices can enhance financial performance and create competitive advantages, especially in global markets. Xero has embedded sustainability into its core business strategy through several key initiatives. To begin, since 2019, Xero has maintained carbon neutral operations through its Todu certification, demonstrating a firm commitment to environmental responsibility. They have also migrated their infrastructure to Microsoft Azure, which has helped reduce emissions by leveraging more energy efficient and sustainable cloud services. On the social front, Xero promotes diversity and inclusion with a high percentage of women in their executive team. They actively support equitable hiring practices and leadership development across all levels of the company. And finally, in terms of governance, Xero upholds strong ethical standards. They have clear policies in all places around anti-bribery, whistleblowing, and cybersecurity, building trust with stakeholders and protecting the integrity of their operations. These ESG efforts are not just ethical, they are very, very strategic. Xero's carbon neutrality aligns with increasing investor and customer expectations, especially in the European and North American markets. Their strong governance and inclusive culture enhances their brand reputation and helps attract top talent, boosting innovation and operational efficiency. Now let's look at some of the outcomes Xero has achieved through these ESG initiatives. Firstly, it's helped their expansion into environmentally conscious markets. By aligning its operations with the values and expectations of the stakeholders in the regions like Europe and North America, Xero has been able to build a trust and gain the competitive edge in these markets. Also, financially, the results have been very, very compelling. In 2024, Xero reported a 22% year-over-year increase in operating revenue, reaching $1.7 billion. While there are many drivers of growth, part of this momentum can be attributed to its increased investor confidence which stems from Xero's transparent ESG reporting. And finally, there's resilience. By proactively managing the risks related to climate change and data security, Xero has strengthened its ability to respond to global disruptions. These sustainable operations give Xero the important buffer against volatility, making them more stable and reliable in the eyes of investors, customers, and partners. Of course, while ESG initiatives bring many benefits, they also come with their own set of challenges. One of the most significant is the cost. Maintaining that carbon neutrality and supporting robust ESG reporting frameworks requires a substantial financial and resource commitments. These investments can be especially demanding for a growing company like Xero, operating in a fast-paced tech environment. There's also the complexity of measurement. Tracked indirect emissions, commonly known as Scope 3 emissions, as well as accurately assessing social impact, is an evolving science. These metrics are always quite often to quantify and can lead to gaps or inconsistencies in sustainability reporting. And finally, the compliance. It's a moving target. ESG standards differ across countries and regions, and Xero expands globally, keeping up with these diverse regulatory frameworks, introduces additional legal and operational risks. To wrap up, Xero shows that integrating ESG principles isn't just ethical, it's a smart business strategy. Their focus on sustainability has helped drive financial growth, build resilience, and strengthen their position in the global markets. By aligning purpose with performance, Xero is not only meeting expectations today, but also preparing for the challenges of tomorrow. Thank you very much for listening.